And welcome back, Rich. We're getting into the
Yeah.
news, the short news segment now, and
Mhm.
we just wanted to show some of the new characters that have been cast in season two, just so we get an idea of what to kind of expect a little bit. So the first actress that has been cast already for season two of Raising Kanan is this actress right here, Latoya Luckett, and apparently she will play Jukebox's mother and Marvin's ex. So that's her on screen right here if you're watching on YouTube. So yeah, we're gonna get some tension clearly between Jukebox's mother and Marvin, I think. And then also there'll be some sort of relationship, I'm guessing, between her and Jukebox. And Dana, you mentioned that Jukebox hasn't gone back home yet since the altercation with her father. So maybe she actually ends up going to the mother or something, or she calls her
Right.
or something like that. So yeah, that's a new character right there. Any thoughts about what we could possibly see with this character? Any thoughts, Rich or Dana?
Uh, in terms of telling her mother everything that happened, I don't
Mm,
think she's going to do that because she already was, you would say, scorned by her for her the first person that she told, which was her, well, no, not told technically, but found out, which was her father. Not first, but like in the first group, it would be her father, and how that turned out to be very volatile. So I don't think that she's going to tell her mother everything that happened, and she's going to probably just say,
about you mean like about her
being
sexuality?
yeah. I
Okay.
don't think she's going to tell the full story of everything, but more of I need to leave. I want to come stay with you. Because if you
Mm,
saw her, since that whole altercation, she's just been bouncing around in the streets looking very despondent about everything. Carrying around the backpack, which was still the clothes that she wore from that night when she thought she was going to go to that prom Katerian thing. Remember, the guy kept saying, "Why are you dressed? Why do you have men's clothes?"
yeah.
And then the girl was like, "Just leave it alone. It's fine." So I think it was from
Those were Kanan's clothes, right? Did she give those
those
to
were Kanan
Kanan?
clothes.
Um, I can't remember. I think she might. I think she said something about it when she visited Kanan in the that place in the bodega.
Oh, those were. Oh, that's right. Okay, well then that knocks that theory. But still, I don't think she's going to tell her mother everything about what really went down, and I think that that could cause more tension between that character and Marvin. Um, I don't know how Marvin is going to tell everything towards his ex woman, baby mama. Uh,
Mm,
so I think it's going to cause more tension. We don't know why they broke up. We don't know why Jukebox is living with her father and not say supposed her mother. So that is going to bring a whole lot of questions and a whole lot of dynamic that could be explosive. Maybe she got away
yeah.
because she knows that Marvin was dealing drugs. But then why would you send your child there? Maybe
I
she
forgot to
herself.
also mention that it says in the description that she's a church is a big part of her life. So I guess that gives her some perspective here, and she's obviously going to be against everything that's been going on, and she might
Mhm.
even be very against the sexuality thing also,
Oh
depending
yeah,
how
yeah.
hardcore of a Christian she is. So
But then it just goes to I wonder why she would leave her daughter to go live with Marvin if it's a lifestyle she doesn't agree with, unless she kicked her daughter out for partaking in that lifestyle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Raises a lot of questions, but
hmm
Rich, do you have any thoughts real quick?
Yeah, I like Latoya Luckett being cast on the show. Um, so I'm looking forward to that. If I had to make any guesses, well, in terms of Jukebox, I do believe that we saw at the end of this episode she was staying at Kanan's place.
hmm
You know that for the majority of this season, she's been building a closer bond with Raquel, so I'm sure Raquel will be okay with her staying over there. Eventually, She probably will try to help her mend the relationship between her and Marvin. But for the most part, the mother, I think, is going to play a role is just trying to be there and give advice. And it's good to see her coming into this because now you'll get a deeper perspective as to you only saw Marvin as one of the parents. You'll get a deeper chance to see what her mother brings to the table. And while it does say her mother is heavily involved in the church, I kind of think you would see her struggle with some of the stuff that she had to deal with also prior to getting saved or getting involved with the church, because a lot of people are in church, but they still deal with their own demons and stuff outside of church. So I think
That's
you're going
true.
to still see some of the stuff that she is dealing with as well. And the other thing that I think about is when Marvin and Jukebox had the showdown, he said, this is some of the stuff that your mom was into, which tells me that maybe the mom also experimented with these type of relationships as well at some point in her life. So I kind of feel like a lot of those questions are going to be answered, but for the most part, I think it was a good decision to bring her into this because it gives you a deeper perspective as to where Jukebox came from as a character, what her parents were like, and you'll probably get an idea of why that relationship didn't work out and how it impacts her negatively up to this point, everything that's happened to her. So I'm looking forward to it, and we'll see what she brings to the table next season.
Yep, indeed. So the next character here is Omar Dorsey, and he's gonna play someone called Cartier Duns Farid. And it says, you know, he's charismatic and overflowing with confidence, but it also says he has a vision for business expanding into less crowded markets like DC and Baltimore, and even into, you know, other types of businesses like music and art. So very interesting that, you know, they you know mentioned DC and Baltimore here, where we know Kanan's going to Maryland. So that kind of plays into what we were saying earlier, where we might see Kanan spend some time, you know, in the show in Maryland. So yeah, very interesting there. Not much else to say. We don't like this character is straight out of left field. We don't know where the connection lies at all. So I don't know if you guys have any theories on that one. But if you do, then throw it in real quick.
The only theory that I would add is that, yeah, I believe this is the character that will be working with Kanan. Kanan may learn some information from him. And, you know, after Kanan has learned as much as he has needed to learn, he can very easily turn on this character and take him out. You know, I mean, it all depends if they want to go down that path. But obviously, as you alluded to, Gary, they mentioned Baltimore, they mentioned DC, Maryland, etc. I think this guy definitely is going to be someone that Kanan comes across and tries to get in business with, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So the next character here is the actress is called Crystal Joy Brown, and she's going to play Renee Timmons, and she's going to be Marvin's anger management therapist. So that says a lot about what, you know, Marvin might be getting up to in the next season. I guess, you know, the anger management, maybe he's gonna need that because of, you know, what happened with Jukebox, you know, and how he acted in that situation. I guess, you know, he might need it. And we know that he's currently in jail. So I'm not sure who's going to actually assign him to anger management. But I'm thinking maybe Howard's partner.
Yeah.
You know, maybe she'll be the one to actually do that because she saw that you know, Jukebox was harmed in some way. She saw the injuries, right? So you know, she might put two and two together, and she might be the one that actually sends him there. So yeah. And yeah, I'm wondering what that dynamic will be between Marvin and his therapist. You got any thoughts on that, Rich?
Yeah, I'll just make this comment. We've alluded to the fact that this is a very attractive woman playing a therapist. So obviously, she will help Marvin to deal with the anger. But you know, obviously, this is power. This is a show about violence, drugs, sex, etc. So I could easily see this is someone that Marvin will be hooking up with next season. I'm not saying that that's going to happen or that needs to happen, but I kind of feel like they're going to definitely play around with that to an extent because they want people to watch. You want to make the therapist have an important role on the show, so she very well could have a relationship with Howard as well. I didn't see anything mentioned about a husband she has, etc. So we'll see what happens. But yes, pretty sure that that's something that she will also be doing on the show, besides giving the assistance of what he needs to do to better his relationship with the people around him.
Yeah, and we like, let's be real here. We know that, you know, the sex scenes are a big part of Power. You know, it's like the signature thing of Power. They're gonna show you someone naked or, you know, two people naked, and they're gonna do it a lot. So, you know, we have some very attractive people here. So I'm pretty sure, you know, there's gonna be some stuff going on, you know, sexually, in this next season. So yeah, you know, I think there will be some of that stuff going on possibly. And the next actress here, I'm not sure where Dana went, but I'm sure she'll be back. But yeah, the next actress here is Paulina Singer, and she is going to play a character named Zisa. It says she is a beautiful up and coming singer looking to make a name for herself with Lou and Crown's label. So, you know, this further confirms that, you know, Lulu is going to focus a lot more on you know, his music career, and you know, he's gonna be working with some new talent, it seems. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see. I think, like, to see him develop a new artist and everything from scratch. So that's gonna be cool to see, I think. Any thoughts on that?
Oh yeah, no, I agree. That it feels like that's what the role is going to be for her coming into the fold. We'll see what happens with that particular dynamic. It kind of feels like Lulu might have some issues with Crown at some point, because Crown was so surprised and caught off guard when he presented that contract to him. So I'm curious to see how that relationship develops and if that causes tension with the actual business side of things. But yeah, it's good to show that he will still be trying to pursue this music stuff, but will it be successful? We'll have to wait and see, because Raquel will always be there in the shadows to remind him, yes, you're good, but sorry about that. Sorry about that. We received a phone call, so it's a little bit of a issue.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, I just said, there's going to be, we'll see how that relationship continues, because obviously it's tension. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, so you know, that's the news we had to share. You know, some new actors and actresses that are going to be in the next season of Raising Kanan, you know, already confirmed.